What is happening, AJ Gamer Dude here, and I want to ask you a simple question. Are you, the viewer, a fan of Crazy Taxi? Have you ever played Crazy Taxi? Because I feel like so much time has passed since we've heard the word or the name Crazy Taxi that I feel like there's going to be a lot of people out there that have never actually played it, let alone even heard of it at times. So I do want to ask people out there, have you heard of it? And if you have you played it? The reason why I asked this question, and I feel like my videos very much lean into like older gamers, because I lean into a lot more, sort of older games really. Apparently the upcoming Crazy Taxi is going to be a AAA, well, it's going to be costing more, it's going to be more big budgeted. I feel like they're going to be leaning a little bit more into the, what's the word? They're leaning their resources into actually creating this game. And I'm kind of surprised because I never would have considered a classic franchise like Crazy Taxi actually getting that sort of treatment. I thought that you could probably make a Crazy Taxi game for the cheap quite easily if you really wanted to, given that it's a very simple concept of you are a taxi, you've got like 3 or 4 different drivers you can choose between. You're in a taxi, and then you're just driving around trying to get people from point A to point B. Obviously, you need to find people to pick them up, but find person, pick them up, drive them to destination, then keep trying to find as many people as you can within the limited time that you have. And of course, the amount of time you have remaining increases every time you either pick or drop someone off. And obviously, the faster you drop them off, the bigger the actual bonus of money that you get. So I guess maybe the next closest thing to Crazy Taxi was Simpsons Road Rage, which was also an interesting Crazy Taxi clone in the Simpsons universe, though I played that on GBA. But yeah, this is actually a fascinating thing to read. Not that it feels like it's necessary, but oh yeah, and also, fun fact for anyone who is considering playing Crazy Taxi in the near future, there's a few different maneuvers you can really make use of, like when the timer counts down as like 3, 2, 1, you go into reverse when it goes 3, and then you go into drive just as it hits 1. So you change gears from reverse to drive. It'll actually like allow you to actually have a bit more of a speed boost when you start driving from the very beginning. I don't know why I brought that up. And then there's a couple of other maneuvers as well that you could probably make good use of. But again, I'm just kind of going off, a bit of a tangent here. I can't imagine what a AAA Crazy Taxi really even looks like. The closest thing that I could think of is the actual arcade machines. So, again, fascinating to hear that. Does it need to be? Does it need to have a campaign of some sort? Does it need to have multiplayer? Again, every little additional piece of content is nice, but Crazy Taxi is also one of those games you can get tired of very easily or very quickly because it's a very high energy type of game with some banging music and soundtrack. So high energy in the sense of like the music, how quickly you'll be moving through the streets of the town. Apparently the town has a name and I can't remember what it is, so I'm just going to call it Crazy Town because that kind of really does work for the game, I guess. And I mean, like, sure, you could try and run as many people over, but technically your car's going to be going through them. Unless they, actually allow you to run over people. This isn't going to turn into Carmageddon in no way, shape, or form. But yeah, as much as I really, really like Crazy Taxi, which is one of the 2 Sega reboots that I'm really, really looking forward to, the other one is actually Jet Set Radio. Now, if that was considered to be AAA, I would kind of be worried because I don't want them to put too much energy into something like Jet Set Radio. Otherwise, we'll get something like Jet Set Radio Future, which is fine, but it's no Jet Set Radio, if you know what I mean. I wonder, is it going to be like some sort of Crazy Taxi Future kind of thing? I'm just thinking of like ideas as to how on earth this thing would actually be AAA. I don't know, that's a difficult question to answer. But let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about Crazy Taxi becoming, well, having more money and resources being put behind the development of the game. I'm curious because, you know, you could go any which way with it. Like I mentioned earlier, you could make a campaign, you could add multiplayer, but like at the end of the day, the magic of Crazy Taxi is the high energy of just driving from place to place, picking people up, dropping them off, and constantly being under a timer, always being under pressure to deliver people to their destinations ASAP. And then there's also certain people that you can pick up that might be more beneficial than picking up other people in order to maintain the amount of time you have left so you can make tons and tons of money. Maybe there's going to be more unlockable characters than the 4 that we already start off with. Maybe there's more unlockable cars, more unlockable paint jobs. Is there going to be an open world sort of like you can just drive around, like sort of a Sunday drive mode? Again, I'm just kind of spitballing ideas from other driving racing games and things like that. But if you have any suggestions, please chuck them into the comments below. I would actually be kind of interested to hear what you guys have to say about possible modes, additions to Crazy Taxi. But the core Crazy Taxi needs to be right. And that, I feel like, is the main thing that needs to be focused on before adding anything extra. So there's that. But also, Crazy Taxi feels very floaty and very arcadey. Obviously, it is an arcade game, and that much kind of goes without saying. But it certainly is just something worth thinking about, given that they are trying to put more money and resources behind it on the part of Sega. But yeah, let me know about all of that in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 200 subs by the end of the year, and I do want my videos to go out to more people. But with all that said and done, I do upload videos every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.